You need to have a relief, kind of a way to just kind of sit back a little bit and think about what's going on and just kind of let it melt away for a minute. To help me deal with stress, sometimes I find that space in shaping climbing holds. And I started working on a set that I've been working on for a long time.
Look at that beautiful hold.
I've just been intrigued with this shape for a while. And last night I got out and started working on them. And I would really like to get these done before our last big set day and last day for our Senders League competition, which is 5 weeks long. That's tomorrow. So I've got a lot of work to do. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get this done or not. The stuff that I've used back in the late 90s and early 2000s, there's absolutely no way that I could accomplish this because of the time that is required for the cure time. But with this new Alumilite stuff, maybe be able to do it. Let's see. Because I already have the basic shape, today we're going to start with the bolt hole placement. Okay, so we want to go a little bit higher up because this gets fairly thin down here. So we're probably going to go like probably right here. Yeah, that's good. And this one will be a little bit more simple, I think. We'll go right there. In this step, you are only drilling a pocket for the bolt head to sit in. I like to use a 3/4 inch bit for this. Now it's time to drill all the way through the hold. I like to use a 7/16 inch drill bit. I've got some natural light, some beautiful light coming in through the windows. I'm going to just sit here and roll these around and make sure that I've got as much of those ridges that are unnatural that I don't want off. This is a clean shape, or a clean texture as they call it. And it is really important that you get all of those imperfections out, like right there. You're just barely taking anything off. See a line right there. All right, because of time, I think I'm going to call that one good. I'm going to round this corner off for the bolt hole. Rounding it off is just going to make it less likely that it's going to break because you have a radius on there. It's not a sharp edge that the foam or the silicone can pull on. And it's also a little bit better on your hands, I believe. All right, now let's go to this guy. All right, these are looking good. Now it's time to build our mold box. I like to use old cereal boxes here. I'll cut them into 2-inch strips. Hi. And then I will bend them around each model or hold that I've carved out of foam to create that barrier for the silicone to go in. A very important point here is put the print on the inside. It has a nice film on it that releases extremely well from the silicone. I'm going to use hot glue to glue the model or the hold down to the board and the barrier all the way around, making sure that it is nice and sealed. So I've been having these issues lately where bubbles will form on the model of my climbing hold when the silicone is curing. And that really stinks. It's not a good thing. You don't want that because you can see that after you pour the finished product. So there's 2 different techniques that you can use to get rid of those bubbles. One of them is painting a thin layer of silicone on, letting that cure slightly, and then filling it up the rest of the way with silicone. The other way is to pour from the edge of your box all the way up, making sure that the silicone flows up over the climbing hold. We're going to see which one works better. All right, so I've got the molds created now. The silicone is sitting in here curing. Now, the stuff that I used to use when I was younger, it had a demold time or a cure time of 24 hours. This was only poured just a few hours ago, and if I were to do this with the stuff that I used to use, it would be pouring all over the floor right now. Instead of taking those out, I'm gonna let them sit for a little bit longer just to make sure that they are absolutely cured. I've got to ship out some t-shirts.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about that. And it's off.
Some decals. And I've got to run down to the gym real quick. So let's go do that.
1, 2, 3, come on! Come on, come on! Come on, come on!
It's shaky.
Hey, how you doing? I just want to take a moment to say thank you for all of the support you've given me. Through these last couple of months, I've been able to provide for my family without the climbing gym, and it's because of the online sales and donations made at climberdad.com. If you haven't done so yet, please go over there and make a donation. Every little bit helps. Thank you. If you guys want to get this shirt, it is going to be on climberdad.com. 18 bucks here in the gym. I've got to charge $20 online so I can kind of cover that shipping. So go check it out at climberdad.com. Dinosaur t-shirt. Pretty awesome. This is exciting. After I got the molds cleaned out, I inspected them and found no imperfections from bubbling on either one. It's at the end of my day. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Got from start to finish today. Well, I shaped them last night, but I molded them and poured them all in one day. I would have never thought that this would have been possible with the stuff that I used to use. Now, Alumilite does say that it is a 12 to 18 hour demold time for their high strength 3 silicone, but it is so blazing hot out here in my garage that I think that it speeds up the process. So I was able to do it. I demolded them in about probably 5 hours, and then I started pouring. So I'm really excited about these holds. They're going to be super fun. I'm going to be able to just match them together, come up with all kinds of shapes on the wall. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content that I'm going to be putting out. It's going to be all filtered through the concept of owner-built climbing walls, whether it be a small guy like this out in your garage, all the way up to a commercial climbing gym. I'll see you next time right here on Climber Dad.